Little is known on the repertoire of medieval players of the hurdy-gurdy. But before the decline in the 16th and 17th century, the instrument and its players must have been respected musicians, playing both religious and secular music, from serious art music to popular dance music. Probably the players picked up or created melodies and improvised on these, but felt no need for written music, so we can only guess on the practice and try to reinvent it. There is a wealth of medieval songs available that work well with a fixed drone. Moreover, some 30 medieval instrumental monophonic pieces are available. Most of them work with a fixed drone. I wanted to be able to play all these on this hurdy-gurdy. A reconstruction of a medieval hurdy-gurdy for a museum might have only a diatonic scale, possibly with an extra key for B flat, in line with the other keys. Possibly a tangent that can be turned to play F or F sharp as desired, and with a small range of 1 octave or a little more. However, such a semi-diatonic scale is rather restrictive for playing medieval melodies. I couldn't have played the melody that I played in the beginning, even if one allows for a choice between F and F sharp and 2 keys for B and B flat. Here is a fragment of the Estampita Galletta that shows the need for more accidentals. You heard F and F sharp, and you heard the G and G sharp. These pieces might have been played on hurdy-gurdys without keys, which can be seen in pictures from 1200 up to the 17th century. Have there been more sophisticated hurdy-gurdys with keys in the Middle Ages that could play such pieces? I think it's not improbable. Fully chromatic keyboards did exist in the later Middle Ages already on organs, but a 2-row keyboard on a hurdy-gurdy cannot be found in the pictures and may never have existed before 1600. But already in a drawing of an organistrum of about 1200, one can see 1 row of keys containing a B and a B flat, all in 1 row. I guess that more accidentals were added later in the same way, all in 1 row, on medieval hurdy-gurdys. So I decided that I did not want just a semi-diatonic keyboard. Now I'm used to the layout of the usual keyboard of modern hurdy-gurdys with 2 rows of keys. Therefore I asked for such a keyboard. As usual, from G upward and with the usual vibrating length 34 cm for this tone, but sounding a C. So it became a 5th downward transposing chromatic instrument. There is a good reason for a small range on a medieval drone instrument when only 1 drone is available. Often medieval melodies that go up to the 2nd octave ask for changing the drone. The medieval music theory says that the melody goes to a higher hexachord with its own bass. However, this piece works with a fixed drone as well, in my opinion, and I like to play it on the hurdy-gurdy. It was the first part of La Manfredina. Medieval hurdy-gurdy players might have done that as well, ignoring the limitations and restrictions of the instrument, as always musicians have done in so many cases. Moreover, other medieval pieces with a larger range pass the limits of the hexachord freely and do not ask for changing the drone. Anyhow, if two drones D and G are available, much more than one octave is desirable. 1 octave plus 1/4 C to F could do in most cases, but I asked for 1 octave plus a sexth. Several hurdy-gurdys of about 1500, for instance the famous instrument of the Garden of Earthly Delights of Jeroen Bos, have a remarkable feature. The lower end of the keybox is not near to the tuning pegs, a short neck is in between. I guess that these instruments had an extension downwards, possibly with a movable nut that could change the lowest tone. Anyhow, in some 14th century pieces, a downward extension of a semitone or minor third is very useful. Okay, that's about 1500. But in some 14th century pieces, a downward extension of a semitone or even a minor third is very useful or even necessary. The normal keyboard would have this as lowest note. This is an extra. An additional benefit of this extension is the fact that in moments that I don't press a key, the melody string does not sound a C, but an A. So, not this, but this.